Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic week. In today's video, I wanted to give you 5 reasons why your bird might smell. Now, typically speaking, a healthy bird in a clean environment shouldn't stink, but they may still have quite pleasant odours. For example, my birds sometimes smell like popcorn or cucumber, which is really nice. But if your bird stinks, that's usually a sign of something that needs to be changed. So I'm going to let you know 5 reasons today why your bird might smell. Now, the first reason is due to poor hygiene. If you're not cleaning your bird's cage up very frequently or doing a thorough job about it, that's going to make your bird stink and the environment stink, and it's probably not going to be very healthy for them as well. So you want to be full cleaning your bird's cage at least once a week, and that means scrubbing all of the perches, it means changing up the toys or cleaning the toys, it means fully cleaning the base and all of the bars as well. You also want to be spot cleaning at least once a day. We do it twice a day because we have amazing substrate bases, but you need to be keeping on top of that hygiene. You can't have perches there with built up poo on them and things like that, because then it's going to be a very unhealthy environment and it is going to stink. So make sure you're keeping up good cage hygiene, and I do have a video all about how I clean my bird cages. I'll leave a link up the top and down below as well. The next reason why your bird might stink is due to inappropriate petting or excessive petting. So when we first rescued baby Olive, she absolutely stank, because in the home before us she was touched all over her back, all over her body, constantly petted without her permission, and that meant that these greasy paws all over her body meant that she stank. She smelled, I think, like cheesy feet. Honestly, it made me gag sometimes when I went past it. It was really sad, and the only way that we got rid of that smell, even through, you know, lots of bathing, even bathing her in diluted avian teas, was for her to molt out those feathers, because feathers do absorb odours in the environment. So anything unnatural is going to be absorbed by those feathers and they are going to stink. It's the same for people who smoke around their birds, which of course is not recommended at all. If anything like that, or aerosols are sprayed around birds, the feathers are going to soak up all of that stink and they're going to smell gross. So make sure when you're petting your bird, you're petting them appropriately around the head and the neck, and you're not stroking them all over their body, because it's going to affect their feathers as well. It's going to make them all brown and black and greasy, but also it's going to make them stink too. The next reason why your bird might stink is the same kind of for us, and that's infrequent bathing. Your birds do need to have regular baths. It's good for their skin health, feather health. It's good for their respiratory health too, because they can sort of clean out their nose a little bit. But they do need to bathe fairly frequently to be nice and clean too. If they're not, then they could develop a bit of a stinky BO. Nobody likes that. So make sure you're offering your bird regular baths. And if your bird doesn't really like baths, if they're a little bit stinky, then you can actually train them to enjoy bathing. Again, I've got a whole video on that, link above and below, so you can learn a bit more about the different ways that you can bathe your bird, because there are lots of different techniques, and also train them to enjoy it as well. So the next reason why your bird might stink is because they could be unwell. Now, there isn't one illness that causes a bird to stink specifically, but there are different things that might make different areas of your bird smell. For example, if your bird is sick, their poop might be really stinky. Now, generally speaking, bird poop shouldn't smell unless, of course, there is a big build-up of it, or they do their single morning poo in the morning that they've held in overnight. Generally speaking, a bird's poo shouldn't smell. So if it does, then that's something to get checked out with your avian vet. Similarly, bird breath. Now, sometimes their breath smells like what they've just eaten, which is fine, but if they have a very sour breath or a very sweet breath, it could be a sign of a yeast infection or sauerkraut or something else not so nice as well. So any changes to your bird's scent, do just go and get checked out with your avian vet, because it's just good to be erring on the side of caution, that kind of thing, isn't it, baby pickles? Say hi! Good girl. And the last reason why your bird might be a little bit stinky is actually due to hormones. Sometimes when hormone levels are elevated, it can actually increase their bird's natural scent. So that's just something to bear in mind. But again, any unusual scents or any increase in scents are worth getting checked out with your avian vet, just for peace of mind, and just so you know that there's nothing else going on. So that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more why your bird might smell. Now, if your bird smells nice, let me know what they smell like down in the comments. As I said, my guys usually smell like popcorn or cucumber, which is very pleasant and fresh. But thank you so much for watching, and take care, and see you later.